I wake up in the same old silence, same four walls, same empty air. The mirror doesn't feel like mine, just a stranger standing there. I used to carry something heavier than the shape I wear today, but piece by piece it slipped through fingers and no one saw it fade away. They say time is meant to heal things, but it only leaves a trace of everything that used to matter that I can't replace. I'm hollowed out where love used to live. There's nothing now, just echoes bouncing off the walls inside of a heart that forgot how to hold on, to feel, to fight, to light the dark somehow. I'm still standing, but I'm empty. I'm hollowed out. I laugh at all the right occasions, but it never reaches through. It's just a sound I learned to mimic from a version made for you. Even memories feel lighter now, like they're slowly turning dust. The weight I thought would break me down just quietly gave up. I keep searching for the missing pieces, but I don't know where they went. Maybe I was never broken, just slowly getting spent. I'm hollowed out where love used to live. There's nothing now, just echoes bouncing off the walls inside of a heart that forgot how to hold on, to feel, to fight, to light the dark somehow. I'm still standing, but I'm empty. I'm hollowed out. If someone called my name tomorrow, would there be anything to hear? Or just a hollow echo answering from somewhere disappearing near? I'm hollowed out, but I still pretend I'm alright somehow. Like emptiness is just another way of learning how to bow to everything I couldn't save, to everything allowed. Now I'm nothing where I used to be. I'm hollowed out. I'm hollowed out. The station lights were pale and shaking. Rain ran silver down the glass. You stood there with your suitcase closed tight, like a future built to pass. I tried to read your face for mercy, but your eyes were looking through. Some goodbyes arrive in silence before they're ever spoken to you. The loudspeaker called departures, and something in me knew Not every door that closes was ever meant to open too. You were the last train out, and I was left on the platform still, watching smoke become the distance, watching love bend to your will. I ran beside what I was losing, till the dark outran my shout. You took my heart where I can't follow, on the last train out. Your ticket stub still in my pocket, like proof you once were mine. Funny how a little paper can weigh more than time. The tracks keep humming after midnight, like they remember too. Every steel line leads somewhere, except back here to you. I tell myself keep breathing, that people leave hearts healed, but some departures carve a wound that never learns to seal. You were the last train out, and I was left on the platform still, watching smoke become the distance, watching love bend to your will. I ran beside what I was losing, till the dark outran my shout. You took my heart where I can't follow, on the last train out. If I had said the perfect words, would you have stayed one night? Or were you gone long before you vanished from my sight? You were the last train out, and now the dawn just finds me here, counting empty tracks like prayers, counting rust instead of years. No more whistles, no more chances, no more dreams to chase about, just me and all the silence after the last train out. The gate still groans the way it used to, when your hands would let me in. Now ivy climbs the rusted hinges, like time covering up our sins. The roses died without a warning, petals black beneath the moon. Even beauty learns to wither when it blooms and leaves too soon. I walk the paths we made together, counting cracks in every stone. Some places keep their flowers living, some just learn to grow alone. It's midnight in the garden of grief, where your memory blooms Every branch still bends toward heaven, but the roots are torn and worn. I bleed reaching for what loved me through shadows tangled deep, and lose myself again tonight at midnight in the garden of grief. The fountain's dry but keeps on whispering names the water used to know. I hear yours rise from empty marble, then sink back down below. Your laughter lingers in the hedges, like perfume that won't depart. Funny how the sweetest fragrance can poison half a heart. I said I'd never come back here now, yet sorrow knows the way. It leads me through the same old gate each time I try to stray. It's midnight in the garden of grief, where your memory blooms like thorns. Every branch still bends toward heaven, but the roots are torn and worn. I bleed reaching for what loved me through shadows tangled deep, and lose myself again tonight at midnight in the garden of grief. If dawn could touch this place with mercy, would the dead things rise in spring? Or are some loves like fallen petals, beautiful but gone from everything? It's midnight in the garden of grief, and the stars look down in shame, watching me kneel among the ruins, still whispering your name. The sky will pale, the world keep turning, but these wounds refuse to sleep. So I'll remain where you once bloomed at midnight in the garden of grief. The room is quiet, almost trembling, like it's holding back a name. The air still smells like something missing that never quite left the same. The glass is fractured just like memory, splitting light into regret. Every shard a different moment I wish I could forget. I don't know when it started breaking, or if it ever was whole, but even broken things can teach you how to carry a soul. There's moonlight through a cracked window, drawing lines across my skin. like it's tracing all the places where you used to live within. I reach out, but it just scatters like a truth I cannot see. Moonlight through a cracked window is all that's left of you and me. The shadows move in quiet patterns, like they're rehearsing your goodbye. Every corner feels familiar, but it doesn't say why. I sit with all the pieces scattered, all the love that lost its shape, and watch the night keep gently proving some things don't escape. I thought time would make it easier, that the pain would lose its hold, but some light gets trapped in fractures and never turns to cold. There's moonlight through a cracked window, cutting stories into air. Every beam a thin reminder that you're no longer there. I don't fight it, I just let it paint the grief I can't erase. Moonlight through a cracked window, filling every empty space. If I sealed it, would it heal me, or just lock the light inside? Is broken glass a prison, or a way for truth to hide? So I'll sit here in the stillness, where the silence learns my name, letting moonlight through the fracture turn my sorrow into flame. And if you ever wonder where I went, I'll be where I always be, in the moonlight through a cracked window, still remembering you with me. I stopped counting how it happened, the slow drift out of me, like color bleeding from a picture I used to think was me. Even pain feels far away now, like it's happening to someone else. I watch my life like broken footage on a screen that won't help itself. They ask me if I'm doing better, I nod like I understand, but I don't feel the weight of answers, just emptiness in my hand. I'm numbless, no sharpness left to even break, no fire left to feel the ache, just a hollow kind of space. I'm numbless, floating where the feeling ends, a place where nothing ever bends, not even me. I walk through rooms I used to know, but nothing calls me back. The edges of my memories are fading into black. Even tears forgot my language, even grief won't recognize the person that I used to be behind these quiet eyes. I try to reach for something real, but my reach just disappears. Like every touch I almost before I lost the part of me. We folded all our promises carefully out of pages torn and thin, launched them on a puddle ocean, believing they would swim. But the sky had other plans that evening, soft at first, then cold and loud. Every hope we sent afloat there started sinking in the crowd. We thought love could float forever on something light as trust, but paper hearts don't last in weather, and storms don't ask for us. We were paper boats in the rain, drifting through a fragile dream, waving at the shore of forever as it slowly washed the seam. Every drop became a goodbye, every ripple called your name. We were never built for oceans, just paper boats in the rain. I still see them in the gutter, little fragments of our start, ink dissolving into silence like the fading of a heart. You stood there without an answer, watching futures come undone. And I learned that some beginnings are just endings on the run. We tried to steer toward tomorrow, but the water had its say, and everything we thought was certain just drifted out and broke away. We were paper boats in the rain, drifting through a fragile dream, waving at the shore of forever as it slowly washed the seam. Every drop became a goodbye, every ripple called your name. We were never built for oceans, just paper boats in the rain. If I had built us out of stronger hands or steel or something true, would we still be here together, or just broken like we are too? Still we're paper boats in the rain, half afloat and half in tears, trying to outrun the weather that has followed us for years. And I know we'll finally vanish where the storm and silence meet, just two stories made of water that the rain refused to keep. He built a house from hopeful promises, with the windows facing dawn. Kept every plan in careful pockets, long after luck was gone. He spoke in maps and constellations, named the stars he'd one day reach. But life has ways of raising oceans just beyond the shore of speech. They said keep faith, keep moving forward, like faith could pay the cost. No one counts the quiet funerals of all the futures lost. So sing a requiem for a dreamer, for the fire that burned too bright, for the hands that kept on building till they vanished in the night. Lay flowers on abandoned wishes, on roads that never knew his feet, and play song for the one who wanted more, but made peace with defeat. Mirror learned his tired expression, the clock learned how he stared. Some wars are fought in empty bedrooms, with no witness standing there. He smiled enough to calm the questions, said I'm fine and wore it well. But some hearts crack without a sound and hide the shape of hell. He carried all his younger versions like ghosts he couldn't free. Everyone still asking softly, what became of me? So sing a requiem for a dreamer, for the fire that burned too bright, for the hands that kept on building till they vanished in the night. Lay flowers on abandoned wishes, on roads that never knew his feet, and play song for the one who wanted more, but made peace with defeat. If wanting was a kingdom, he ruled it all alone. But crowns of expectation are the heaviest to own. Now sing a requiem for a dreamer, not because he failed to rise, but because the world kept measuring what it could not recognize. There was beauty in the trying, there was courage in the bleed, and sometimes hearts break nobly just by daring still to dream. You're out of messages with the most advanced free model responses. Will use a less powerful model until your usage resets after 6:56 p.m. Upgrade.
The ceiling feels a little lower than it did the night before, like the air forgot to rise up and just settled on the floor. I'm breathing in what used to matter, but it tastes like something gone. Every second pulls me quieter, like I don't belong for long. I try to kick against the feeling, but it wraps around my chest. Somewhere between giving up and doing my best. just brushes past my skin, like it knows I'm not worth saving or too far gone within. I used to think I'd find a reason to keep my head above, but even hope feels tired now of pretending it's enough. I count the ways I might escape this, but they all dissolve too fast, like thoughts that never learn to linger, like everything that didn't last. I'm sinking slowly, no hands to pull me back to shore, no voice to call my name out like it used to anymore. The deeper that I fall into it, the less I feel the sound. I'm sinking slowly, and no one's around. If I stopped trying to resist it, would it finally feel like peace? Or is this just another kind of invisible release? I'm sinking slowly, and the water feels like air. No alarm, no sudden ending, just the absence of a care. And maybe I was falling long before I knew the ground. I'm sinking slowly, without a I still know your number by the heartbeat. My fingers dial it in the dark, half expecting you to answer, half afraid you'll hear my scars. The ringtone fades into the distance, like a train I cannot chase. Then all that's left between the silence is the ghost of your old place. I speak your name into the receiver, like prayer through broken wire, but every word comes back in pieces, dying slow in sparks and fire. It's just static on the line, where your voice used to live in mine. Crack of memories, severed signals, love gone missing out of time. I keep calling, what won't find me through the wreckage of goodbye, listening for forever in static on the line. Your message says you're unavailable. Funny how that never changed. Even when you held me closely, you were drifting all the same. The kitchen light is low and shaking, coffee cold beside the phone. Some nights grief sounds like patience, some nights patience sounds alone. I tell myself to hang up now, to let dead conversations die, but hope is stubborn as a heartbeat, and lonely as this night is wide. It's just static
Your voice used to live in mine. Crack of memory, severed signals, love gone missing out of time. I keep calling what won't find me through the wreckage of goodbye, listening for forever in static on the line. If I heard you for a second, would it heal me or undo? Would one hello become another wound? I never make it through. Still there's static on the line, and tears I never let you hear. Every hiss becomes a maybe, every pause becomes you near. Till dawn comes through the darkness, and truth comes clear and cold as light. No one's there to answer me. Just static on the line. It starts in the quiet between heartbeats, in the space where names used to live, where laughter once stitched up the silence, now only echoes forgive. I learned every corner of absence, every shade that emptiness wears, how it sits in the shape of a presence that pretends it was never there. It doesn't arrive like disaster, no thunder, no warning sign, just a slow and patient unraveling of everything once defined. This is the anatomy of loneliness, every bone, every nerve, every tear, a body made out of missing you that survives on nothing here. Memories, it speaks in what's no longer true. I'm studying the parts of emptiness that still look like you. My reflection has learned your departure. It repeats it back every day, a face that forgot how to hold light, but can't quite fade away. Even time feels medically distant, like it's observing from above, measuring how much a person can lose and still call it love. I write down every symptom, every ache I can't explain, but there's no cure for remembering the shape of your name. This is the anatomy of loneliness, every bone, every nerve, every tear, a body made out of missing you that survives on nothing here. It breathes through fractured memories, it speaks in what's no longer true. I'm studying the parts of emptiness that still look like you. Your jacket's still hanging by the doorway, like you're coming home again. The dust has learned your outline now, it settles where you've been. I hear the floorboards in the hallway, and my heart forgets the truth. For one small second I believe the steps belong to you. But hope is just a cruel habit that visits when nights get long. It knocks like you used to softly, then leaves before the dawn. And I keep staring at the empty chair, like love might still be sitting there. Like if I wait and don't move on, you walk back in and say I'm wrong. But silence wears your shape so well, it fools me more than I can tell. So I pour my tears into the air and talk to the empty chair. Your coffee stain still marks the table, a little circle left behind. Funny how the smallest things can hold the heaviest parts of time. The television keeps on talking, but nothing reaches me. This house is full of every sound except the one I need. I tell myself to clear your place now, to pack the past away. But grief keeps setting one more plate at dinner every day. And I keep staring at the empty chair, like love might still be sitting there. Like if I wait and don't move on, you'll walk back in and say I'm wrong. But silence wears your shape so well, it fools me more than I can tell. So I pour my tears into the air and talk to the empty chair. If missing you were visible, this room would overflow. The walls would crack, the ceiling fall from all I'll never show. Still I'm staring at the empty chair, where your memory says you care, where every night I lose again to shadows dressed up as my friend. And when they ask if I'm alright, I smile and say I'm getting there. Then come back home to break alone beside the empty chair.